Around 100,000 Americans passed away in 2023 from a disease that almost no one understands.
America is facing a record high number of addiction cases.
Over 48.7 million Americans are living with substance use disorder, and millions more directly and indirectly impacted.
I'm an addict. If I have a drink, I can't stop.
Everyone's safety is at stake. It is an uncontrolled fire.
Someone close to home offered to give us a more personal perspective on addiction.
My name is Dan, and I'm an addict and alcoholic, and I have been in recovery for the last 11 years.
Dan started working with Beast Philanthropy as the chief creative officer almost 2 years ago. And during his continuous hard work to make these films, he still suffers with his addiction on a daily basis.
The hardest part is remaining clean, having to constantly remind oneself, like, life can look so great from the outside. But it's a daily struggle, and it's forever. But that's why we say, just for today.
So Dan and I, we've been working together a little bit over a year and a half. I've learned spending so much time with him where I've completely changed my mind about what an addict is. When we heard about Phoenix, a program that uses new methods to help members return to a sober life with a high success rate of recovery where 8 in 10 active members remain sober, I really wanted to go there with Dan to learn more about this.
To be honest, before I came here, I said to Darren, like, I don't know how to feel about this.
I was still very on the fence with this idea, but I think that's changed after speaking to Scott, founder of the Phoenix program.
I'm Scott Strode. I'm in recovery, and I'm also the executive director and the founder of the Phoenix.
Scott started the Phoenix as a result of his past struggles with alcohol and substance abuse. His experience of turning his life around was sparked from converting his bad weekend habits into a healthy, active lifestyle, surrounded by like-minded people.
My own addiction story started from the environment I grew up in.
Through sober events and activities, members bond over who they want to become, strong in mind and body.
We realized we couldn't get to enough people that needed support. And so we opened up the chance for folks to volunteer to start Phoenix. And that's when we really grew to scale. A lot of Phoenix happens outside of buildings, out in the community with bike rides and runs and hikes and other things.
I think the Phoenix and places like this that exist, it's very new age. Maybe it is a way in which recovery can work. It's a beautiful thing.
We sat down with Jessica and Tiffany, who turned to the Phoenix for their own recovery and now find meaning from helping others find theirs.
I was really hopeless, depressed. I knew I needed help, but I hid my disease from my family. No one knew I had a problem because I didn't live at home.
I was using much harder drugs. I had no more, like, reservations in addiction, and my life got really dark.
It took 2 years of me really going on a merry-go-round of substances. I picked up heroin again and I overdosed. And my biggest fear is losing my son. I can't imagine him being without me, and I don't want to fail him.
I was homeless in the streets of Boston, so I went to wake up the guy that was next to me, and he didn't move for like 30 seconds. In that really short frame of time, I thought to myself, like, oh my goodness, he's dead. And like, he woke up, he was fine. But just very quickly, I turned it around on myself. The final thought was, I don't want to die.
I can't be alone in a place and know that everything's going to be okay. I'm nowhere near strong enough to do that. You're going to have to find someone in the same position as yourself, and you guys are going to have to try to figure that out together. And that's why this program exists.
I had been in treatment for so long, and I always had to say, Jessica, I'm an addict. Jessica, I'm an addict. Jessica, I'm an addict. And I felt that I would always have to be known as that, and I became really ashamed of myself. But walking into the Phoenix, and they told me, just introduce yourself however you want. It changed everything for me. I became really proud of myself. I wasn't ashamed. I didn't feel like I had to walk around with a scarlet letter.
I did this workout and I had confidence, that self-worth, that like feeling of belonging. You can feel like this without using drugs.
I know I'm an addict. I know what I did. I'll never forget my past, but I don't always have to be known for that either. And the Phoenix gave me that back. I claimed my name back.
That same feeling that we chased, that same feeling that I chased for so many years, has been right here.
We have an ethos here at the Phoenix is that we're here to lift each other up. So you come in and Phoenix is for you in the beginning, and then you realize you can use your unique gifts to help others heal on their path. And that's real community. That's how we help each other rise, is through community.
It is through volunteers like Jessica and Tiffany that the Phoenix has reached and helped hundreds of thousands of people in their recovery. Through facilitating an environment built around fitness, love, and community led by like-minded people.
All these people from all these different walks of life all share one common problem, and they get to help each other out with that problem every single day. And that's a beautiful thing.
Through our time at Phoenix, it's become so evident that addiction could be affecting anyone around us. But luckily, there are amazing communities like Phoenix that are making successful strides in providing a solution.
This program is free, but raising money is a constant struggle.
One thing we're trying to raise money for right now is our digital app.
Millions around the world struggling with addiction can't find the help they need. This app can change that, but we need your support to make it a reality.
So with our partners from Stand Together, we want to help Scott and his team in any way we can. So for every person that comments on this video, Together We Rise, we will donate $1 to the Phoenix program. We will also be matching every donation 2-to-1 up to $200,000. And together with Stand Together, we will be donating $50,000 directly into the fund
to help fund the app, so Phoenix can reach those in need around the world.
Where there's breath, there's hope. And now that's how I see the addiction crisis. Everybody that's part of it can actually be part of the solution too.
Tiffany's story really inspired us, and we wanted to show it. After a long road of substance abuse, and through her determination in sobriety, Tiffany had found her passion.
I had been doing CrossFit for 2 months. I was hooked. I was hooked into the community, the atmosphere, the open. I used CrossFit as my therapy.
Tiffany had a natural gift for CrossFit, and through all her training, was finally given the opportunity to compete in a competition that only the top 40 CrossFit athletes in the world can compete at. But attending this event is expensive, and she has had to find a way to fund this journey herself. We were so moved by her unwavering determination to support those around her that we felt we needed to do the same for her.
The competition that you have coming up,
Yeah.
We're going to sponsor you. We'll pay all of the expenses for you to go.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. That's going to be huge.
I want to say thank you to Stand Together. You guys have been an incredible partner. Like us, Stand Together is dedicated to giving people the tools and opportunities to realize their full potential and whatever they value most. Thank you, Stand Together, for all of your support, and thank you for your commitment to helping others. I love you. And finally, if you're struggling with addiction or know someone who is, please download the Phoenix app so that they can help you on your road to sobriety.